It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. Welcome back to MOTN Live, where anything can happen. I'm, of course, joined by the Jedi historian himself, Wash, the terrific Tootie Odin, and I'm, of course, your host, Mike G. And we're back on a Friday night to bother the earth. How's everybody doing?
Well, I could talk vodka all day. Well, old
Is that
wash
where
could talk
is
vodka
that
all
how we're
day.
Jesus Christ. Let's go.
You want to go vodka water? Like what? Why the filler is what I used to say. Why the filler? Think
Well,
about
there's
it.
obvious answers to that. You don't want to be like
Yeah,
S
no,
faced.
that was a credo.
Oh, that's the credo. Oh,
That
that's the
that was a
motto.
credo. Like that
Oh,
was my credo. Hey, you
oh.
want vodka orange juice? I don't need filler. You want vodka water? I don't need filler. Just
See,
give me the water
alcoholism is a
stuff.
serious problem that plagues a good percentage of Americans, sir.
A good percentage of them. God bless them. So
God bless them.
anyway, moving on.
Moving. Oh,
I
let's
feel like
stay
vodka
there.
water is as base is as base as you can get with a vodka drink.
I
I
don't want.
mean, why you
You
got the
know,
filler?
outside of vodka by itself,
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
correct. Like
We're not.
right?
like why you
We're not
got
in.
the filler?
Dude, we're not in
I,
Soviet Russia wrestling
Hey
bears, bro.
man, I come from a neighborhood where you could be seen on a street corner with a brown paper bag, maybe just tilting up a
Yeah,
bottle, like
but that's
it's
never like
not
straight
unheard
vodka
of.
though.
Hey,
That's usually like a 211 or like a
I
Mad
mean,
Dog or something,
dude,
dog.
I don't know what the neighborhood you're in, but
Well, I'm a
yeah,
DJ, dog.
there's something else in that bottle, like the small bags. Come on now,
Man,
come on now. Anyway,
what's going on, JoJo? Thank you for coming through. Uh, what's the most degen beer of all time, dude? It's got to be like 211, right? Like no one drinking a tall boy 211 has anything good to do with their day, right?
I mean Schlitz.
you're right.
I've never seen
Two
anything good come
elevens, King Cobra, any
in
malt liquor,
Cobra.
basically.
Yeah,
Ugh,
King
King
God.
Cobra.
Cobra's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
yeah.
You see someone with a King Cobra at 11 a.m. It's like, yeah,
That's
and you know, uh,
you need to put your
I'm
arm
not
out.
judging.
Are you
I'll
okay,
crack
man?
one open early, but I'm just saying, King Cobra at 11 is a different type of decision than let's say a Bud Light per se.
That M
Yeah.
dog, that MD.
I
Ugh.
think the worst of the worst is the high gravity, the tall silver can. It has like it's basically poison in a can, but it's like 1,000%. It's just a beer, but it's one beer is gonna you're gonna black out after a beer and a half of those. Those are hardcore. I see those in the morning a lot
Are
on my
That
way
we?
places. Like, wow,
I
that's
that's
I
rough
missed
sledding, dog.
the Four Loco phase. Is that still a thing? Did
No,
we
no, they watered
thank
partake
it
in the
down.
God
Four
it's not.
Loco?
They
Okay,
watered it down, bro. That shit was
okay.
killing people, like low key. Like that mess was not meant for humans, dog. That's what the lizards drink. Only the puritanical lizards can drink four locos and tell the tale, dog.
I had missed it.
No. Mm-mm.
Some
What
of my
about Buzz?
best and worst memories are for local memories.
See,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
asking. Eh,
Yep.
Okay.
Are we too old for buzz balls? Were any of you buzzball participants, dog? I
Eh,
was. No, man, buzzball was my joint, dude. I used to buzzball it up.
I like
I
the
get like a
really?
idea.
yeah.
Me
What you
too.
do?
The on paper it sounds nice, but no thank
Nah.
you.
What
That's
you
a
do is nah. You
hangover
just
and
don't.
a half.
No, you just don't like you say you don't raw dog it, right? You get you like a big old simply lemonade, take a swig out that bitch, put the buzz ball in there and shake it up, and you got happy juice for the rest of the day.
I
It's a
mean,
lot of sugar.
I
Sheesh.
have been
Yes.
I have been
Woo.
known to turn up one of those vodka bottles into a 7-Eleven cherry Slurpee
Hey,
before a concert going experience or two, so I can't judge on that.
Jojo, did you mess with any of the eggnog buzz balls? I heard those were crazy.
Oh, those were so good. Those
I
I
heard
did
those
have,
were
and I was quite
crazy.
impressed. Oh my
What
Yeah.
gosh, yes.
The
what did it
Well,
eggnog
the
taste
buzz
like?
eggnog
balls.
buzz ball. It was basically just eggnog, and you could barely taste the liquor, but the liquor hit more than anything. Like it didn't, you couldn't taste it very much. It still tasted like eggnog, but man, that thing hit nice. So
Yeah,
good. I was very
I heard,
impressed.
yeah, Joe Cosine, dog. Yeah, I heard stories that was Fire du jour, yo. Next Christmas I'm gonna be on it. You know what I mean, dude?
My Christmas
Uh,
Yeah, it's good
on
stuff.
the discount aisle, man. Nothing like some discounted eggnog liqueur.
dude, in January, that
Yeah.
stuff can't be good, dog. It can't. If there's any kind of dairy in it, it can't be good, my man.
Tootie's like, you didn't taste it. Oh, you taste it now.
Yeah,
You
Like,
could be
I'm sure
tasting
it's
it
something that
twice,
would come
bro.
back up.
You mess around, you could be
Ew,
tasting that twice, dog.
it's funny.
so gross.
Savor the flavor. Jesus. This
So
is what we're
gross.
starting with, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? How's y'all week been?
It's good.
Good.
It's been
Nice.
busy. Actually, it was a very busy week. Actually, so since I was out for the count last week on account of being sick. Like I had to do a lot of catch up this week, so it was pretty busy on my
Yeah,
end.
man.
Yeah.
This like a stressful week. I don't know. There's like the stars were aligned or something. I was stressed out this entire week. I do not know.
Well, we
It's just
we
a
we had a regime change that didn't help very much.
That's a good way to put it.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's also just the natural flow of, a working environment season. You're the third week of January. This is the week everyone is back in the office.
Crunch week.
Expectations are ridiculously high
Ridiculously
and
high.
going to fail, but no one wants to admit it in January. Let's wait till September to let the reality that we are not going to follow through on any of our ambitions. But for the general, average worker out there, it's like this week's like a grinder, man. You know.
Yeah.
So so Wash, we need to align in a powwow this week to make sure that we hit our benchmarks because our North Star is starting to linger in the third quarter. Do you concur?
Oh man, dude,
Does
please.
it corporate
I
speak just
don't.
make you want to throw up, dog?
I was on my Twitch stream today, and someone's like, "What are your goals?" I'm like, "I lady, I
I am
got
not. I
no
am off the
goals.
clock,
Like
dog.
Friday night, we are
I am,
not dealing with any type of
I am
goals. I
so
got one goal, and it's called a bottle of wine."
dog. I got one goal, dog, and it's some Taco Bell chicken nuggets, dog. That's
Mm.
about it. Tackle those, dog. That's as far as I've thought it through. Toots, what's your thoughts on just like corporate culture? Do you think it's going to mutate into some kind of gross homunculus, or do you think at some point humanity is going to learn to just let it go?
I think millennials are trying to turn it into something that it isn't. I don't know if you've seen the videos of like doctors being really cool and like joking around with their patients and like it's our generation who's just stuck
That's
on not
wild.
growing up. And I think we're the ones who are trying to invert like these ideas of corporations and a serious career and just knock it on its head. Like we're trying to just bring humor into everything right now. So
Yeah,
um
sad, bro.
yeah, I
Yeah.
and it's not exactly that kind of stuff. I don't think it's done in a cringy way per se because they're actually still very much doing their jobs, but at the same time making it fun for anybody that either works for them or that they work alongside with. So yeah, I've noticed that we're the ones making the changes because we refuse to grow up as millennials. I really legit believe that.
Oh yeah, the whole basis of this podcast is refusing to
I'm,
grow up, dude.
I'm
You
like, I
know,
was
Yeah.
talking about
you know?
Batman yesterday, and I went to sleep last night like, yeah, if I was Batman, you're a
Yeah,
46-year-old grown ass
yeah.
man, Brian. What the hell?
What
Yeah, this is
happened,
how it
dude?
turned out, bro. This is
What
the way it
happened,
turned
man?
out.
When did this start? Like, in the 50s, cats was like serious. They just got out the war, bro. They had their pants up to their chi-chis, dog.
I
They were
mean,
men, dog. They were like they were strong men and women, dog.
what movie is that? They were men. I'm not a man. I'm a
I'm not a
boy.
I'm a
I'm a
boy.
child.
I'm a child. When did this happen?
like
What
a man.
happened to the conventional man and woman? Like I'm over here looking at my figures like, yeah, they make me happy when I stare at them. Like 40, 50 years ago, I was working on the railroad sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
putting in ultra work, dog. Now I'm put out when they forget to put no decaf in my latte. You know what I'm saying? Like it's rough, man.
It's that
It's
first world shit.
do we
any
do? do we ultimately, and I, ever since our lore, I've been thinking about Fallout and just the overseer situation, and it seems like it's somewhat inevitable that
It is.
we're gonna like go off into little conclaves, and there's gonna be overseers like, oh, this is the good plan, and it's like, if you're planning for that, it's like, if there's a word overseer, I don't think I'm in on that. I think I'm out.
No. How do you sell that? Yeah.
Right.
You see Jeff over there? He's your overseer. What's that mean? That means he pretty much makes all your decisions. Okay. So what if I want to make a decision? Well, you're not overseer. Well,
But
what if I don't want
but
to do
you're
that? We'll
safe
go
in the
outside then.
vault, man.
No,
You're
go
safe in
outside
the
then.
vault.
But you're safe here though. But you lose all autonomy, man.
Fallout, that show, Mike, and I was taught I didn't really enjoy it, but it has stuck with me.
Well,
Just
that's
the essence of that show is like, yeah, they really bring that down to earth, don't they? Like
well.
they really kind of like, oh
y-
yeah, all right,
you're getting it double hard because you're playing Outer Worlds too, and that is
yes, I
just like Outer Worlds is a corporate nightmare of a game. It it's so like dystopian, just depressing.
I
If you
can't
think
believe
about
some
it
of
more
that
than not at
script.
all, that script is amazing.
Like
But you
the
feel like,
words that come out of
oh,
people's mouths, I'm just like, what? Like,
oh,
oh no, they weren't producing enough hours, bro. So yeah, we
no,
killed him. He
we
was
killed
not
him.
productive to
He
the
was non-productive.
corporation. What?
How old is his son? 12. Oh yes, we'll swap him back in. Swap him in. We don't have to change his jersey. He's still Johnson. We got a
Mhm.
new Johnson is coming through on Wednesday. You know,
I'm gonna let Tootie hop in, but when I first started playing the game, and I don't know, I'm like 6, 7, 8 hours in now, I was like, you know what? This game is trying to say something right off the
loudly,
back. Like it is not
loud
subtle at all.
at
You're like,
all.
you guys aren't corporate guys, are you?
Mm-mm.
Anyway.
They met. Somebody got pissed off. That's all I'm saying. Toots.
You know what it reminds me of? It's got like Austin Powers vibes. Remember when Will Ferrell really fucks up and he throws him inside the chamber underground or
I'm
whatever, and he shoots him and he just won't die. So
I'm
he's
very
trying so
badly
hard to get rid of
burned.
him. I'm very badly hurt.
Really bad.
You shot me.
You
You shot
shot
me
me.
right in the leg.
You
It's
shot me
beginning to smell
again.
like almonds. He just won't die. Like it,
How
yeah,
could
like
you?
it's so funny. That I
And then
mean, another example. George Costanza, he gets fired and he refuses to leave the job. Like
oh,
God,
I was
Love
that's just
that.
funny. Corporate America is hilarious.
I was just talking to my cousin about that. The episode, George. George goes into his office and goes off on his boss. You are an idiot. You are a shame. I will never work for you again. You are a short-sighted moron. I quit. And Jerry's like, just go back in like anything, like nothing happened. Just go back in
Like
Monday.
nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Like
Nobody
nothing
takes you
happened?
serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Like nothing
yeah.
happened.
Nobody takes you seriously, dog. You're all right.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
funny.
you're right. No one takes me
No one takes
seriously. Love
right.
it.
People know
Love it.
you have a temper, man. You can fly off the handle. Yeah, just go on like nothing happened. And then he goes back to work and he's like, "What is George doing there?" That is
Good
so
weekend. Good weekend.
good. Oh my god, that's so
Yeah.
funny. Corporate like corporate life is such a nightmare and having to navigate personalities and like knowing you will never progress if you don't kiss ass. And that's it really has nothing to do with your skill or merit or anything like that. This is specific ass you need to kiss to get to where you need to go. And those who refuse it just will never get that big. They'll find reasons not to give you that big, promotion. They'll be like, well, your third quarter was kind of slaggy, and we just want to make sure that we align our interests. And you're just sitting there, just want to punch a hole through them like RoboCop, and you're just like, okay, okay, I'll just sit here and do what I've been doing. I'll Fred Flintstone this rock for another 70 years until I get the black lung, and then my kid just takes over my spot. You know what I mean?
I miss the
Freaking hell.
Flintstones.
Do you okay, question for the group. Do you subscribe? That's another like corporate speak. Do you subscribe to the idea that the Flintstones takes place in the future of the Jetsons?
I've
Like
never
No.
heard
the
that
Jetsons
theory.
is the past, and
But
there was a theory that the Jetsons is the past and the Flintstones is the future.
I grew up on both of them. Like I remember
Yeah.
when the Flintstones met the Jetsons, it
Mhm.
was literally the best day of my life. I
Best
was like,
crossover
"Oh my
ever.
God, this is happening." So,
No,
but no, I've never heard that. That's kind of a wild,
yeah,
weird theory. But
it's like
yeah, I mean,
it's
why
like
not?
Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
No,
It's it's cavemen trying to use caveman technology to do the stuff they used to be able to do in the past. That's why they have, bedrock cars and,
sport.
pterodactyl garbage disposals and stuff like that. Yeah. Horizon
That's
Zero.
wild.
I've
Yeah.
never heard
That's
that.
that's
That's the first
wild.
time.
Me neither.
Yeah. That's a
That's
little
not really
theory.
mind blowing because it's so theoretically illogical. I don't like it. So it's not like,
Can you
oh,
do me a
that's
favor?
possible. Like I don't see it as possible at all. It's
Do me a favor.
backwards.
Just do
What?
this motion. Just go. Just do that. Just do it. Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
all
not.
I need.
I don't mean it. I don't mean it.
I
That's
know.
the
I know.
thing.
I
Like
know it's not coming from the heart.
that's a
I just want to
Mind
it's
visually
blown.
see it.
But I don't mean
I
it.
I don't mean it though. Hey, what's up,
sorry. I'm
Bradley? What's
being
good, bro?
honest. Hey,
No,
Brad.
no. I asked you to do it, and you did it, and I know you did. It didn't come from the heart, but that's okay. I don't need that.
Uh-uh.
I just needed the
No.
visual. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it.
I was
Oh,
thinking about the lore last night as well. So Nerdiverse, we recorded our Jurassic Park lore, which will premiere next Wednesday, just so you guys know. So we recorded that last night, and I was pondering so much about it. It's like I was like, we didn't go full Monty on the whole thing. I don't think we got to the meat and potatoes, but then we just kept dancing around the idea of how chaos theory wasn't going to work and how it was obvious that it wasn't going to work. But I feel like we left a lot of things out. I just can't pinpoint exactly what we could have left out.
well,
But there's something there that I didn't connect. Like you guys were on a higher end as far as like the island's importance to the lore. I was on the lower end of that because I just think like that can happen anywhere. It's such an ambiguous thing that can happen. It can happen in Alhambra. It can happen in Pacoima. It could happen on another island. It could happen anywhere. So I don't know. I feel like there was something missing that I missed. Like there's a disconnect there. That I was like, well, what am I missing that I don't see it as important as everybody else?
okay. I can think
So
of
I
something
don't
like
know.
that. I think about it like, Custard's Last Stand. What's that location called? Of Custard's
The
Last Stand?
Alamo.
The Alamo. It's the Alamo. But do you think the Alamo happened anywhere else in America around that time? That
If that's
situation?
right, that was a good guess.
That
Say it again.
that's- do you think that there were multiple Alamos happening at the same time around the country? What made that one special?
Yes and no. The Battle of Bunker Hill, the Battle of Gettysburg. So
Yeah.
there's
The
sprinkled
beaches,
battles of triumph that were
you know,
very similar to the Alamo and whatnot.
the beaches
Yeah,
of
and I'd say that
Normandy, you know what I'm saying?
they were happening at the same time. I mean, battles don't happen, especially in the middle of wars. Wars don't happen in a vacuum.
Uh,
Like there's just stories that stand out more than other stories on specific days. But each day is just a freaking, each day is like a lifetime for wherever you are in a war. So, I can see that, there was multiple
like
ends of it. Tootie, I was pondering it, but I think that there's credence to what you have to say there. That yeah, no, it really could have happened anywhere. I also consider the fact of the hurricane, the tropical storm that Mike brought up. Like if it had happened anywhere or been anywhere, you might not have had a tropical storm that wiped it out and the entire thing turns out differently. You know what I mean? If they're building that in Antarctica underground somewhere and they've dug out whatever, it's like, oh, well, this turns out differently. So I thought it was an interesting conversation. And as to leaving meat on the bone, I mean, I don't disagree, but we were already running long on that thing. It's
yeah,
like
Yeah, we
we
did. Yeah,
covered ground.
yeah.
And
We
it's
did.
like,
yeah.
you know, it's Jurassic Park. Don't get me started on Mike's 2-day warning. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I called you out on live. It's live.
Get it together.
Whatever.
Get it together,
Live,
Grouch.
baby.
Get it together, Grouch.
Get a
Get
job,
a
Grouch.
get a get a job, Grouch. No, you're right. Yeah, I should have gave us more lead time, but I think we did excellent well. And I guess my point is that events give locations power. It gives them meaning. You know what I mean? Where something happened is important. And I think especially depending on the weight of that, yes, it could have happened anywhere, but it happened here. And here is kind of like hollowed ground. You know what I mean? Like kind of like the movie Poltergeist. You know what I mean? You know, they desecrated the bodies under that home. Now that home is a hotbed for paranormal activity. You know, but it's there. Like it's there's certain weight to that event.
They
I don't
left the
know.
bodies, but they moved the
The
headstones.
headstones. Why did you move the headstones? I won't do the scream because Brian yelled at me because I screamed in his
Oh,
ear
yeah,
last
don't you
time.
can't scream.
I really want to do the scream, but you already know. I really like it's right here. It's right at my thyroid. I just want to do
Can't
it, but I can't do
can't
it.
do it.
Brian get mad.
No,
Brian will get
man,
mad.
the cat
Brian's
started freaking out, like screaming, like it
See,
was
one of
hurt.
us is gonna
That it was
scream.
mine. I
Is
was
the
like,
cat
oh
okay?
shit, yeah,
Cat
cat's
okay?
fine. It's outside apparently. What's a cat
Bradley,
doing outside at -6? I don't know.
Bradley, I will
crazy.
scream,
It's
Bradley.
probably why he's screaming.
Wasn't a good
Scream just sound.
scream.
It wasn't a good scream. I was.
Mm-mm.
That's funny you mentioned that. I fell into a hole about cat behavior and just kind of learning about like feline behavior and and kind of how to read their body language because cats can't emote like dogs do. Where your dog's happy, tails wagging, big old smile. Um, but cats can't do that. Is Bradley, are you telling my secrets? Hold on. Hold on. What are you talking about? Please don't remember your screams, Mike. They used to be shatter glass, so high pitched. Who's high pitch? See, that's the problem with being a baritone. I'm a baritone with a high with a soprano. I can hit any octave, dog. You guys have no idea. I have the voice of an angel. But what I'm talking about is that cats are interesting creatures, and it's like how to differentiate if cats are playing or if they're fighting. And people are like, yeah, when cats are fighting, you super know the difference. No, they they did used to call me Banshee, dude. When we would play X-Men as kids, I would be Banshee, and I would do the shriek, and it was super loud. I remember when I cut open my hand when I was a kid. I got into an accident. Shout outs to my baby cousin. Um, and I was super big as a kid, so we had this glass back door, and she was we were playing tag, and she closed the back door behind me, and I had my hands on the glass, and I pushed my hand straight through the glass like Bruce Willis, and I was like tag, and then I noticed there was blood on her shirt, and I looked at my hand, and I had like maybe like a 2-inch shard of glass in my hand, and I literally screamed screamed like a banshee. And my parents thought it was my baby cousin that got cut. What did you do? What did you do to so and so? And it was me. And they're like, "Oh crap, Mike, are you okay?" I'm like, "Nah, my left hand has been butchered. Look what they done to your boy." So I had to get like stitches in my hand and all that fun stuff, and I had to wear a sling, and I had to learn how to write with my right, and that was the story of Mike. Just a little bit of Mike lore. You did not hear it down by your house, Bradley. You did not hear it there. Okay.
I believe
Okay.
him.
Don't listen. Don't listen to him, Doug. He tells lies and
The
fibs.
combination of you and Jonathan screaming back and forth at each other for God knows whatever reason, that's a highlight of life for
Brian,
sure.
my cousin, and he said, "You are not slightly deaf as a result." He would we used to have this big stereo system in our living room, and we would make ghost noises to scare each other when the other one was at work. Mind you, at work, we were grown men doing this. This is how nerdy we were.
Yep. Yep.
So he would make scary noises, and unfortunately, he made a noise so loud it scared him. And I listened back to the tape, and I could hear him scare himself and automatically turn off the recording. I was like, "What is your problem?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "The voice that came out wasn't mine."
Uh,
And
yeah, that's a bad day.
yeah, I was like, "Can we officially stop this now?"
That's
That
Did
is
funny.
I win?
hilarious.
You just forfeit, dude. Oh goodness.
Oh, that's
Does anybody
hilarious.
does anybody have any family memories of being tortured by their cousins, brothers, sisters that you feel comfortable telling on this podcast?
I just remember being tortured by your cousin and you. I just remember that because he would
Well,
come
that
home from work, and we would be getting off of our fresh ass shift of Disneyland, pulling all nighters at grad night, exhausted as hell. And here comes Jonathan in the morning, growling and doing weird shit,
yeah,
pretending to do Satan noises, banging on the
yeah,
door, and then running
yeah.
away. It's like, Jonathan, we know it's you. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, like that stuff. Um,
Watch.
and then
Let me,
once you were up, like you and him were just, oh my god, you guys would just go at it with each other, and it's like there
mind you,
was
we
no
were in our
rest.
this was our 20s, like our mid 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had
yeah,
nothing else going on. We just had too much imagination, dog. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just good times. I miss those days. You know what I mean? Those were sunny days, bro.
They
Man.
were fun.
Wash, are you going to be playing Ninja Gaiden 2? The remake that just came out on Xbox
I
Live?
am not talented
Ooh.
enough to play Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah.
I will be watching Ninja Gaiden 2, but I am not talented enough to play that.
Okay. The
So,
reason I bring it
yeah.
up is
Same
because I
and
want to ask.
same.
Yeah, I want to ask the panel. What is something that you wish you could do but can't anymore? Like I
Skateboard.
can't skateboard, huh? Yeah, that's a good one. Like I can't play it. I
Stand
can't
up without pain.
breathe in without pain.
Like what do you mean? Every
Yeah,
day. It's like,
like breathe in without pain.
like I wish that wasn't there.
Playing video
Sit in
games
this
for longer than
chair without
45
pain.
minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's a
What?
litany of real life things that I physically am like, yeah,
Walk
youth. That was
walk one
awesome.
city block. Walk
Like
without just dying. Without
it,
just like
move around my apartment without going.
when was the last time your hip popped? That's always fun, isn't it? When you get up and you hear something pop.
You sneeze and it almost takes you out, man. You're like, oh shit. So no, there's a litany.
No,
There's a
yeah,
long
man.
list. And
You,
frankly
Tying my
speaking,
shoe without holding my breath.
we're
ooh, that's a
not that
good
old.
one. It only gets
So
worse, guys. It only gets worse
So fat.
until we can put our brains inside the Optimuses like God intended, and we're living Ghost in the Shell. Then we just got to deal with these stupid flesh bodies until we don't have to anymore. Which I'm down. The second Elon brings out the Optimus and says, "Mike, plug in," I'm plugged right in. Get this, you know what I'm saying? Plug me in. Do I still have phalanges? Can I do this? I'm good.
I'm gonna have to wait for another company. So yeah,
I don't give
but
a
I'm
shit.
in.
Plug me the fuck in. I want to go
But
now.
I'm in. I'd like to
'Cause
go, but
did you ever play that game Soma, where it has
no,
the
watching
worst end?
Soma.
Yeah, it has the worst video game ending of all time. Okay, spoilers for Soma because it's a really unique game. So it's a game where your dude is like doing this experimental mind shift where you transfer your mind into like another robot, and he does it, but something messes up, and he's put in like a dormant state. But when he wakes up, something happens to the Earth, and the Earth is screwed. Earth is destroyed. So the guy has to figure out a way to get back to like civilization, and he keeps swapping bodies. He keeps like a body will get destroyed, he'll swap his consciousness into another body. By the end of the game, he learns that okay, they made some kind of digital paradise out in space that all of humanity's been downloaded on. All flesh humans are gone, you know. And he's like, okay, how do I get up there? I want to be up there with my family and stuff. It's like, well, that's a problem. You see, we never really swapped your consciousness, we just copied it. So every single copy that's woken up is just a different you, and the original you's been dead for forever. So you're going to be stuck down here on Earth, but we're going to copy the other you and put that in space heaven, and the guy's just stuck in the bottom of the ocean forever, knowing that he can
Well, it's
never
like
be
Black
having.
Mirror.
Yeah, it's super effed up.
It's like Black Mirror vibes. Yeah,
it's
that
like
is fucked
And
up.
shout out, rest in peace, Mr. David Lynch, who died this week. We
oh
were
David,
talking
oh
about some
Jesus.
weird crap, and it as soon as you were talking, like David Lynch just popped in my head. I'm like, it sounds like some type of weird David Lynch movie, is what it
Is it
sounds
bad
like.
that
So anyway,
I never
R.I.P.
got into Lynch? I never got into Lynch. None of it.
Yeah, some weird movies, man.
I tried Eraserhead. I even tried Twin Peaks. I couldn't get into it, man. You know,
Mulholland Drive.
I did like
Those
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland
those
Drive is the best
those back
one
in
to
the day.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's the
think that's the
I
best
think
one.
Yeah.
It's also the best book.
I never read the book. Did you read the
Oh,
book?
didn't even know it was a book.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, it started
Really?
off as a
ooh.
Damn.
book. Yeah.
I'll have to check
It's gonna
that
be kind of
out.
weird.
Yeah.
What's
Oh
the
yeah,
weirdest
Twin
book you've ever
Peaks.
read?
Say it
What's
again.
what's the, what's the weirdest book you ever read? I'll go. I always ask these questions and never answer them, so I'll go first. It's I read Silence of the Lambs in third grade. That's the weirdest book I read.
Weirdest book I just read, and you told me that story. I remember that. That
Hmm.
was a weird story you told me.
I'm a weird guy,
Weirdest
man.
book I read was literally like 3 weeks ago. Ash Norstrada. I'm on some occult type books and whatnot
Nice.
now, man. And there is just some weird stuff out there. Stuff where you're like, man, that,
Hey,
nah, man.
tee up, dog. You better
Evil,
tee up.
evil, bro, evil.
What's,
But
what's
yeah,
going
there's
on,
some
Wise here?
weird occult books out there.
Shout out YC.
What's up, sir?
The fact that
Um,
you had to do the sign of the cross tells me that book probably scared the shit out of
it
you.
scared the shit out you, dog. Did you just put it up
He
real quick?
literally just
I,
signed.
I mean, I am not. Yeah, they. Yeah, no, man. That was
You know what's my?
interesting book, and it was nothing but literally like prayers and like
Yeah, you got to put
people
that down.
talking. Yeah, man, it's a weird book. Anyway, I'm
Mm-mm,
not gonna get into all of it now because it's just not what this
He
is
just
mm-mm.
about.
accidentally
But that
finds
is
the Necronomicon.
Yeah, he accidentally finds the Book of the
well, I'm
Dead.
not
Ac-
accidentally.
by
I'm
accident.
looking forward. You know,
That's on
some books
Audible.
of some books of antiquity out there, a tad bit older. You
Hey,
know,
you,
just looking for some different types of stuff. Speaking of which, Tootie, go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine would be a book called Mom, the Wolfman, and Me. And it was
Nice.
written in the 70s. It has got super 70s vibe to the point where they didn't call it conditioner. They called it conditioning rinse back then. That's one thing I remember from the book. But the book's about a mother who recently divorces. It's a coming of age book about a teenage girl. And mom starts dating this fella who is he's hairy, you know, so he has a beard. He's got 70s James Brolin vibes. Probably a hottie, I would imagine. But yeah, the whole book is basically about how she now has to interact with this strange fellow who mom happens to be in love with, and he's in and out of the house all the time, and she has to like change the way she dresses, and it's just it's a book written for teenagers, and
Hmm.
it was just odd to me, like because I had both my parents, so I couldn't put myself in the situation where it's like, oh, strange guy in my house. And it was weird because like she can feel his eyes on her sometimes, and like her only relief was to go to her dad's house and stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't weird in that like there was weird shit that happened. It was just weird because it was based in the 70s with like real life. It was a real life issues book. Like it wasn't like fantasy, or there wasn't
Hmm.
anything fake about it. Like this was just a book about a messy divorce and stepdad coming in. That's basically all it was about. But yeah, really
Yeah.
weird.
Dealing with step
I
anything is always just an awkward thing as a kid, man. I've been through that.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to volunteer at the library, so that's actually where I started watching all my cooking shows. It's literally when I was a kid, I just volunteered at the library all summer. That's where I spent every summer for like 8 years. And I'd spend all day looking at all the cooking books. So then when food television came on, it's like, oh, wait, it's on television? This is great.
Eureka.
So it
Yeah.
suck. But that's not my point. My point is when I was like 11 or 12, I accidentally read Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was like, "What the f is
Good
this?"
job.
Like,
Good job.
yeah, no, and
Yeah.
no, that
Good
kind of
job.
messed me up a little bit back in the
Mhm.
day, because
Yeah, for sure.
That's
that's a
not
rough
something you read.
story, man. That's not like a
Nah, that's not a
children's
children's
book.
book.
That's not a children's story
There
at
are
all.
No.
children in it, but it's not a children's book.
Mm-mm.
So yeah,
No.
no, I accidentally came across that when I was like
You know,
12. So
it's funny talking about like these creepy things. I was thinking about your story, Wash, when you were talking about when you were doing gold hunting, and that weirdo was like in the van just checking you guys out, like getting closer and closer, and you guys like kind of get into like defensive survival mode. Like, yo, am I the only one noticing this dude is creeping up? You know what I'm saying? But it makes
Stranger
me. It's like one of my biggest fears is just like driving through and turning off the wrong freeway, and you don't know where you are, and you just roll up like on a satanic ritual or something like that, and they see you, dog. Like there's a whole movie called Ride with the Devil. It's in the '70s during the whole satanic panic thing, and it's this car, this guy and his wife just coming home from a dinner party, and they accidentally roll up on a ritual sacrifice, and the rest of the movie is them trying to escape these Satan worshippers that are just chasing them through this like rigid background. And it's like that could really happen. You know what I mean? That's not even like cartoon stuff. Like that could
No,
legit
it is not.
happen. And that's just like one of those like
Cults
incoherent
are
fears.
real.
Yeah, and it's like I know that's not going to happen off Crenshaw Century, but I mean like if I turn I make the wrong turn, off like Pacific Coast Highway, I can find myself in a hairy situation. You know what I'm saying? It's
That
just
sounds more
creepy
like
stuff.
Lennox vibes. Just
that
don't
is
go to
Lennox, bro.
Lennox.
No, man. What you talking about? Give me some chilaquiles, dog. The next thing you know,
Yeah.
there's a dude with a head, dog. He's like, hey, you hungry? Not, these things do happen, man. Yeah. Why serious? It's funny you mentioned Hellraiser because I've always wanted to read the Clive Barker actual books. You know what I mean? Like the Hellbound Heart, and you know what I mean? Like the original telling of Hellraiser. I've never read it. Maybe I'll get that on Audible after I finish Darth Sidious, which is good, by the way. It's very good. I've been listening
Wait,
to it.
let's stop. Oh, no, you're gonna have to expand on all that. So Darth
Yeah.
Plagueis, go ahead, expand. Where you at? How's it coming? What are your thoughts?
I don't want to spoil anything because this is
No,
one
we're
of
not
this.
spoiling anything.
No, I'm just saying my general feelings is that it's so thick. It is a thick it's thick. It's that it's like a slice of cheesecake from like New York City. It's rich and it's super dense. It's a dense story, and the only criticism I have of it so far, it's that it tries too hard to paint a picture. You can smell the rooms they're in. You can hear the exhaust from the engine shafts. You're in there with them, and it's so like when I listen to it, I just turn off everything. I turn off all my lights. I don't give any distractions. I just let it go in the dark, and it's literally like sensory deprivation. And
I
you're just
didn't tell him to do that, folks.
no,
That is
Fuck
just this
that.
book.
no. It's
That's
He's
just
where it
nuts.
takes you.
no.
It's
That's what I didn't want to
intense.
do that because this
Yeah,
is
no,
okay. This was my progression, right? I was like kind of listening to it, drawing or something, and it was just like I'm not focusing. Okay, I'm like TV's on, lights are on, I'm drawing, I'm barely paying attention to it, and it's talking about like the sounds of the ignitions of lightsabers and it's so specific. I'm like, you know what? All right, let me turn off the TV. Now I'm doing something else. I'm cleaning up my room, listening to it. I'm not focused enough. Turn everything off, and now you're just you and the words. And what's cool too is that it gives you like little Star Wars music in the background.
yeah, it's like a full production.
It's a
So
whole
that's what makes
production.
the Star Wars books really
It's
like
really nice.
stand out is that they are very much like watching a movie because you get the music, the dramatic hits, like the sounds of
It's
lightsabers
just
That's
and
like
cool.
whatnot. So
your
yeah,
your imagination starts kind of taking over, and you know what Plagueis kind of looks like. You know what I mean? You kind of, and I had to look up what his master looked like the alien race he is, just so I can picture it in my head because that was throwing me off, and I was like trying to paint the picture. You're literally watching an audible movie. It's
I
super
am
neat.
curious. Have you got to training yet?
No, I've been taking it slow.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to it some more tonight. I'm gonna listen to it some more. I only
I,
listen to it at night,
I am
right before I
on
go to sleep.
and we can bypass now. I am on my fifth listen, and I've been waiting.
Fifth list.
Ryan, what
That's
do you
so dense, dude.
what have you been waiting for? My wine, because I am literally at the part where Sidious is about to lose his crap as a kid, and I've been waiting on this a week. I'm like, yeah, I can't listen to this Monday through like Friday. It's there
That's too
Thursday. It's
heavy,
not gonna
man.
work. I need
Yeah.
to like dial in, and that's what's great about the book, especially this book, is I've read a lot of Star Wars. Hell, finished 3 Star Wars books this week. This book takes you to a place where you're just like, damn, I kind of get what all of this is going on. And it's the glue that kind of starts to fill in everything. And thus, it makes it extremely heavy and dense because you're playing catch up, Mike. You're playing
You
catch
play
up
see Bush
because
League,
you
bro.
got
You play
you got
and I
like
am.
16 properties in your head and you're flipping through with what you're listening to, and it's all, well, this is the kind of start of, you know what I mean, like of where we saw. So you have not even, like, that book,
That
damn,
I
so
see.
good.
I'll put it like this.
Read Darth Plagueis.
I see why it's
Uh,
heralded for being one of the best, like Star Wars, like mythos kind of. It's just heavy, man. It's like, you know, it's like if you took it. Is this? I want to say something, but it may be sacrilegious. Will you guys give me a pass? Just
Yeah,
give me a quick
you
pass.
get a Jesus
I mean, I
pass.
said Lost
Can I get a
World
piece?
was better than Jurassic Park. I
Blasphemer.
did think about
Um,
that.
it's like
If we
taking the
give you a
holy.
Jesus pass, can I get an N-word pass? Just asking.
So what's everybody looking forward to next week? Uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna get some sleep, recalibrate the podcast, maybe make some changes around it. Just kidding, just kidding. No, by the way, no. You better mean like nougat pass. You better mean
I'm
like
not even gonna say that. I'm not risking
you
nothing. I'm good.
better
I'm avoiding all N words for the
did you
rest of the
drop
evening.
did you drop the hard R like 2 weeks ago? Yeah, we had to check you. Like
Don't,
did we do that?
don't go there. That did not. That did not happen.
I would
That did not
remember.
happen.
I would
Oh
remember.
my god.
No,
Oh my
man.
gosh. But yes,
Re,
please say your sacrilegious thing. Jesus
yeah,
will be fine with it.
read Star Wars. It's like taking the Holy Bible and putting it in water and letting it soak and then blending it and drinking it. And now you just got it. You know what I mean? That's what I equate Star Wars Darth Plagueis so far for me.
All
I
right.
know I now
That's actually
you know
very
what I'm talking about?
descriptive. Very nice.
Yeah, I now know Kung
Okay,
Fu.
I have a question for you guys.
Yep.
Sticking to the Star Wars subject really quick. Okay. I am fascinated by General Grievous for several reasons.
He's hot.
Reason number one, is he a clone or is he an alien? Which
Right.
one is he?
Watch, I'll let you
Human.
He's a
Human.
human?
Human that
Humanoid or human?
human,
man.
a human that underwent surgery. And in fact, I have not come across his full telling in anything. I don't
Same.
think it might be in comics, maybe, but they have not expanded on like his story specifically. But no, he was like a
The
war.
only reason why I'm with you on him being human is that he has the cough.
Yeah,
Aliens don't cough, or I mean, clones don't cough, robots don't cough. If he was a clone, however, how did he become a general? Was he created as a general? That would have been my next question, but
oh,
I'm blown away that you said he was human.
yeah, he was
I
Yeah,
could
like
see it, but
he
a
just super
war
jacked.
hero.
He just
Something
super jacked
happened.
up.
I don't remember whether it was an accident, he chose it. I don't, that hasn't been fleshed out. But something happened and he's like, "Yeah, give me the surgery." And that's what the surgery was. And
Yeah.
that's
All I
all
know.
about all I can tell you. I know, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's all
and
I
he's
know.
badass, right? It's like, dude,
he's badass. That's why.
badass.
Yeah.
All I know is that he was damaged some kind of way, and as you mentioned, he got the surgery, and then he was trained in the Jedi arts by Count Dooku, and that's it.
Mhm.
And Dooku only trained him so well because Dooku had to make sure that he could take him out just in case. You know, Sith Lord stuff. You know, they never teach you everything they know.
Wait. Okay, wait. He got destroyed in the war. Half of his body got destroyed, kind of like Darth Vader. So they had to bring him back. So that makes sense to me too. That if he was in battle and he got destroyed, his body parts were replaced,
And
which was very common.
And I never considered it till you said like General Grievous. Then it's like, oh, I guess that's why they made him a general then,
he was the
because
general of the droid army.
he was like in
Yeah.
charge in war to begin with. They just
And
interfaced him with the droids once they made him who he was. So
it's
no,
funny.
I really wish they'd go there.
He didn't get that wheeze until
Right.
he
Yeah.
actually He was in a war with Mace Windu, and Mace Windu mortally wounded him, and that's how he got his. That's how he got his wheeze. Mace
Hmm.
Windu gave him that in battle. It was pretty tight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Hmm.
I didn't
All
either.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't either.
No,
He did.
it hasn't
He
been
did a force
explored in a
squeeze
while.
on his chest. He was gonna kill him, but he happened to just get out the way, and he missed it just in time, and he crushed his heart. He crushed his whole rib cage, and that's why he has. And they had to reinforce it. That's why he had. That's why his heart was exposed and all that, because Mace Windu crushed his entire rib cage and torso.
So what did they
So he had to get
replace his head with?
that little masky thing.
Oh,
He's
is it
still
just a
human.
mask? Is it just a guard?
He's
It's kind of
still
like
human under the mask. So in Clone Wars, there is
Okay.
a situation where he has to have his mask replaced, and the droid's like, "This is gonna hurt a bit," and they pull the mask off, and you see the skin. It's almost like he's Deadpool underneath it,
yeah, and even replace his eyes. That's why he has those little cat
and he still
eyes.
feels pain.
Yeah, he's all jacked up,
And okay,
but
so
he's
I
super
don't remember.
badass.
I sort of remember that, but I don't remember them showing his face.
It's
I
in the
remember. I don't
animated
remember them
cartoon.
showing it at all. Yeah,
It's
that's what
in
I'm
the
saying.
it's
I don't remember them
oh,
showing it.
like season. It's just the undercover. They just pull off the
A
undercover to
little
just
bit.
switch it
You show
out.
a little
So
bit.
you just see the skin and then it's done.
Oh my
And
god! So if you
yeah,
blink,
that's
you'll miss it.
season
Okay,
five,
crazy.
Is
six-ish,
that
somewhere up in there.
is that is that the new Clone Wars or the Tarnovsky Clone Wars?
New Clone Wars.
Okay, new Clone Wars. Because when I'm talking about the Mace Windu crush, that's Tarnovsky. That's Tarnovsky's Clone Wars. Is when that happened. Hmm. 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 Everybody still with me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was just
I'm
reading the
just
comments about
I'm
why
processing all
why
of this.
Seer um
General for the entire
came
planet.
destroyed in the war, half his body like Vader. Oh, you that's what you were reading. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, man, it's Grievous, good story. Needs to be focused a little bit more.
General Kenobi.
I think
He's my
so.
favorite.
Yeah, I think so. That's a fascinating character. Yeah,
I have
I don't know why I
trained
brought it.
your
Oh, because we were
Jedi
talking Star Wars
boss.
stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
he fascinates the hell out of me for sure.
Tell me you want to talk
There's
Star Wars,
Yeah.
let me know.
there's there's so many cool like we were just talking about the First Order commander from of the Force Awakens, how
Phasma.
badass Captain Phasma and how badass she is, and I wish I knew more about her because she's just so cool
That
looking.
part. Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
I like if they made a 1/6 scale Captain Phasma, I would be all over it. She is so effing cool. Like I
I'm
love that
going.
Yeah.
design.
Everyone knows I'm a Jedi guy. Look, I'm a
Yeah, you're
Jedi
the
guy. I am not
Jedi
a Sith,
historian.
right? Not
I'm a
this
Sith.
guy over here, right? So I'm gonna tell you a little secret about the Star Wars books. Any dark side book, Phasma included, the dark side books easily outweigh every Jedi book by like 10. It's not even close. Every time you get done with a dark side, a Plagueis, a Thrawn, you are literally sitting there like, damn. You get done with a light side story, a Jedi story, you're like, oh, that was fun.
Guys, I only have one thing to say to both of you.
You don't know the power of the dark side. You don't know the power of the dark side.
Turn it up.
You
Fancy.
don't
Where'd you
know
get
the
that from?
power of the
Turn
dark
it up.
side.
Okay, that's it.
Where'd
That's
you
all I
get
got.
that from?
I got
Ooh,
secrets, dude. Anything can happen on MLTN Live. We getting
look at
fancy now.
you.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. Star Wars. Dude. Did you end up finishing Skeleton Crew?
Yeah,
We talked about that, right?
yeah, we got a
Okay.
review.
Nothing
coming.
else to be said, right?
Nope.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
moving on.
We're good. We're moving on.
What do you got
Moving.
going for this week? Anything on the docket, Tootie? You
Ooh.
watching anything? Reading
What you got?
anything?
What you
Playing
got, Toots?
anything?
I want to know what Toots got going on.
Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing pop culturally anyway. Like, yeah. Nothing worth
Oh,
mentioning. I'm waiting for several movies to come out so that we can immediately do a review on them. I perfected a specific recipe that I want to work on and I'm gonna
Oh,
end
by
up
the way,
sending it to
looks.
you
I
guys.
don't
Oh
know
my
what it
god,
was, but it was like that I wanted on a taco. I was like, this looks
dude.
great.
I worked on it so much yesterday. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to send it to you guys. It was a honey heat habanero sauce that I ended up making. It came out so good, and I'm not a spice person. I don't like spicy at all. It's not for me. So like the trial and error of having to taste it was pure torture. But man, it came out really good. I was really really happy and impressed by it. So I'm
When
gonna
you're
send you guys some. Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait. You ever feel like Mary Carey? Trying to with the boots on, killing cockroaches, trying to make penicillin when you're cooking. Like it's just so haphazard.
When I do taste tests, yeah, it does feel like that. It's so funny
Yeah,
when because well, as I'm taste testing, I'm also writing down the recipes and the measurements along with it so that I don't forget it. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget it. And yeah, it's exactly what it is. You're tasting it, you're putting it back down, you're drinking a cup of water, you're writing down exactly what it was so that you
palate
don't miss it.
cleanse. You know,
It's really trippy. Yeah, yeah.
also
It's really really fun.
all cooking is just science. It's food
Yeah,
science. That's all it
food
is.
science,
Mad food
food
science.
science.
I've always wanted to make my spaghetti sphere, but I never figured out the logistics. You know what I mean?
What's a
Why don't you
spaghetti
just
sphere?
ask to Chat GPT? It'll tell you.
No, what my ideas of a spaghetti sphere is a beach ball sized mozzarella bowl. Well, it's a beach ball sized garlic bread, but inside is a hot sphere of spaghetti, like already cooked spaghetti. But
So
the
it's like a
outside
dip,
is
like a
no,
bread bowl.
it's like a beach ball of Italian deliciousness. It's
It's a
like
bread
think of
bowl.
it's the earth but Italian. So it's it's a crust of a crust of garlic bread as the core. And then there's another ring of like mozzarella cheese as like the molten core. And then the,
Ah,
the middle core is just spaghetti. So when you cut it in half, you have like a geode of Italian goodness. I call it
I
the
got.
spaghetti sphere.
Just for clarification, I need to know what type of spaghetti you're talking about. Are you
Okay.
talking about
Specifically,
SpaghettiOs?
no, I'm talking about like real like
Okay.
no, we're making our sauces homemade, bro. I'm not
Okay.
pouring a can of spaghettios. It's something
Okay.
that's aerodynamically efficient. We're
I
not gonna just,
just gotta
you
make
know what
sure.
I'm saying? I'm not using like, I'm not using dirt cheap vodka for this perfect cosmopolitan. No, no, actual good like
Okay.
fettuccine, bolognese. Let's say it's a bolognese. You know what I'm saying? But there's a ring of mozzarella cheese, and then there's an outer ring of garlic bread, and it's called the spaghetti sphere, and it's like the size
Yeah.
of a beach ball.
I
That's pretty
mean,
big, and it's enough food for all of us,
I guess
for
if we
all of
go on a
us.
cooking show, we can make it, man. Like that'll be creative. We'll
We
get
already we
points for
already got
creativity.
MOTN Foods. We already got
Uh,
that launched this week. So,
what is your favorite type of pasta?
my favorite type of pasta is because of Seinfeld fusilli. I like fusilli.
Oh, fusilli. Tutor?
Yep, fusilli Jerry. Fusilli are
I don't I don't do pasta, man. I can't. Italian food is the least of my favorites.
what?
Ah,
Unfortunately. It's a very unpopular opinion, yeah, but it's too filling and it's not worth it to me to eat that much as far as like the way it fills you up
I
and
feel
the
it.
taste
I feel
wise it's
that.
just a little bit basic
oh
to me.
yeah.
I'd
I
rather
mean,
I'd rather like eat tacos and like I'd rather spend my calories doing
Oh
something like
man.
that, like eating tacos or buffalo wings. I don't know, but yeah, Italian food I can't. I just can't.
I just had I had some lamb tikka masala the other day with some garlic naan.
yeah.
Ah, I saw Jesus, yo. That mess was delicious. He said, "Hi,
These
Mike."
gentlemen are making me hungry.
This dude Wise is
Probably die
talking
with a
about
taco in my
double
mouth.
X.
Me too, Brad. Me too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man. This dude Wise is talking about double XL chili cheese bacon grilled onion burgers.
Oh my
What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Give
This
me
dude,
that.
this dude
oh
Wise is
my
In.
talking about
god.
this dude Wise is over here
In.
making God burgers, dog.
In.
He's making the Metal Gear of burgers, bro. You know what's annoying? I hate watching these TikTok videos where these people make these obnoxious concoctions of food. Then they pour like molten cheese on top, and I'm like, no one's gonna eat that, dog. You just ruined it.
Have you seen the ones where they're like, watch me make my husband his lunch for work? And they're
It looks
just throwing
gross.
frozen shit in a big vat of oil. and they're just throwing tossed up
like,
fucking spaghettios, fucking a thing of spam, and they're just deep frying everything. Like it's just wasting food. You're obviously not going to feed that bullshit to anybody. You're just wasting it. Yeah, those
no,
are
that's
those
Toots.
are rage baiters.
When they hear a sad truth, that's how some people live, dog. That's how they. That's a home cooked meal for a lot of
I
people
mean,
out
I
there,
do
man.
know a grown man
Ugh.
I used to who ate literal bologna sandwiches. He made like $80,000 a year, and every night, what'd you have for
Some
dinner
people are
last night?
basic, bro.
I had some bologna sandwiches.
Bologna?
What do you mean? A couple of
So
pieces of
sad.
white bread with bologna and mayonnaise sitting down in front of his television, and that was
Man,
every day. And it's just like, all right, I'm sorry for your taste buds, bro. I really am. Like, you need to pull one out for your taste buds because they're missing
no.
part of life.
Some people are like,
Even though
Oh,
some
I'm not,
people.
no shame on
Hey, I'm not
bologna, white
judging.
bread, and made
Hey,
mayonnaise because I'll
hey,
I'll take that. But every day for
hey.
dinner, come on
No,
now. We
I had a
we we
homie.
grown.
We would go out for dinner at like these like decent restaurants after work. We would have to stop by McDonald's to get my man's a McDouble to sneak in to like McCormick and Schmidt and fucking PF Chang's and shit. He just couldn't handle anything higher up the totem pole than like a McChicken or a McDouble. That's where he was at. And we are like getting like tomahawks and shit, like tomahawk steaks and like drinking wine. He has like a Capri Sun in his bag and in two McDoubles, and he was good to go. And we're like, you can have to evolve, bro. He's like, never. He's like, I'm like the great white shark. I never had to evolve. Like, okay. You
some
got
people
it,
are
buddy.
just hardwired, and you can't
Yeah,
do anything to
hardwired.
change their
Yeah.
taste buds. Yeah,
Some people just like
yeah,
chicken nuggets, and that's all
strange.
they ever eat. They subsist on chicken
Hmm.
nuggets. You know. You know someone who's good
Yeah.
with the 211? No, I don't want. You should never want a 211, Bradley. That's the problem. No one should ever want that. That's a call. If I'm doing like a liquor store run and someone asks for a 211, I'm putting my keys down and having a conversation with them. Hey man, what's going on in your life? You just I'm putting the keys back down.
Immediate intervention.
Immediate intervention. He who shall not be named. Yeah, if you ever ask for a 211 in my presence, we're turning the TV off. All right, man. Talk to us, man. What's going on, man? Good? How you feeling, man? You all right? You need
Sorry.
we love you, man. We want to make sure you're all right. Because that's not it's not a normal, it's not the first thing you go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the person who like drinks RC Cola when there's a Pepsi right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? RC Cola. Remember, you know about that? Where the shit gets
RC
flat.
Cola's delicious.
But over like a Pepsi or a
Absolutely
Coke?
delicious. Maybe not
Like,
over a Pepsi. Over a Coke for sure. Coca-Cola's battery acid.
You see, I was gonna say over a Pepsi for sure, but I'll take a Coke if I have to do it. We'll take a Coke, but
yeah, man, that shit.
RC's
rather not.
sweet. I freaking love RC Cola.
You know what's bad? It's like Sprite versus 7-Up. 7-Up used to taste like Sprite, but now 7-Up is gross.
Cherry
Again.
7-Up is still badass,
Yeah, cherry 7-Up is still pretty good.
Agreed.
especially frozen in the freezer. You just let it get a little bit of ice in there. Yeah.
Nice little slush to it.
Have you guys
Yeah.
have you guys tried Starry? Starry's disgusting.
Nah, I can't do Starry.
Oh,
I ordered.
yeah.
It's so
I'm familiar
gross.
with that. I've never had
It's
it, but I
super
know the
sweet.
brand.
It's like I
It
ordered
tastes
pizza
like
the other night.
diabetes.
It tastes diabetes. It tastes like
It does. It tastes
tastes
like diabetes.
it tastes like Wilford Brimley. That is rough. It tastes just like the man.
I think Red Bull tastes like glycerin. Like it's
Nah,
like
you got it, bro. As a recovering energy drink addict, I am recovering. I'm in full recovery. You got to get the illegal Red Bull for it to taste good, bro. You got to get the imported Taiwanese black market
I'm
like
good,
What is
Red
man.
Bull.
illegal Red
We're all
Bull?
good.
It
gotta
has,
get- you gotta
has fen in it.
Nah, you got to get the shit that wakes you up, dog.
It's got
That's the Red
fucking
Bull.
The stuff that has
1998
actual
fen.
wings and
That's
will make
yeah.
you
That's the
fly.
shit that has genetic alterating. That's the shit. When you drink it, your mama wake up. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
You take a step, your mama wake up like, God damn. What time is it? It's 1:30? Why am I so awake?
It's got menthol in it.
Yeah, that shit got menthol.
It's got menthol
got
ass
jet-
Red Bull.
That shit got jet engine juice in it, dog. I don't know what the fuck they put in it. you take a sip of that, bro, man, you're at
Lately,
attention.
those Red Bulls did 9/11.
Yeah, man, those Red Bulls, like the Red Bulls that you can't understand what's on the Red Bulls where you read it, you don't know what you're reading. That shit just looks like in different languages, dog. Take a sip of
Government
that.
conspiracy ass Red Bulls.
Yeah, man,
Some
that's
JFK ass Red Bulls.
those are the Blackwater. Don't try this at home. Deep fake Red Bulls where you drink it, you look back on it, it's just a regular monster. It just changes in your
The
head.
ingredients, they just say water, guarana, the Illuminati. Like the ingredients are just like they go crazier and
That shit
crazier.
just goes. It starts to translate into Klingon, dog. You start reading that shit. It starts in English. It just starts going into Klingon, dog.
Wow.
It's that shit the Predator types out on his wrist before he explodes. Those little markings and stuff. Yeah, drink that shit, please. Yeah, please. This is why I don't drink. I tried it once and I never turned back. When that shit was like
so
$700 for 12, dog. Amazon. All right, we've hit our wall. We've hit our night. Watch, what you looking forward to this week, man? I want to know what's going on in your world.
Busy week actually. We got Star Wars Hunters releasing on Steam, so I am stoked. I'm stoked about that. That's the app. It's a 4-player
Oh, sorry.
co-op action app, but now it's actually on PC. And what else we got? Oh, Jurassic Park Dominion. I'm gonna go in, finally watch it,
Yay!
see what
Watch that
happens at
shit.
the end. I'm looking forward to. I wasn't looking forward to it, but now I'm looking forward to it. And
Learn the
we
lore,
got
dog.
Spider-Man starting on
The
the 29th.
29th.
So yeah.
Oh man, this dude. Before I say my week, why I see was like that old man that's selling you tiger piss. You know what I'm saying? That shit that hit. The shit that the old man from Gremlins sold the Mogwai. Like in the Simpsons episode.
Oh yeah.
But the Red Bull is also cursed.
The Frogan is also cursed.
Which is bad, but it's full of energy. That's good.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
It's also cursed. That's bad. Oh shit! Never take liquids from a place that doesn't sell liquids, dog. That's just a rule of thumb.
Or eat in restaurants that don't smell like food.
Oh, bro.
There you go.
I can still pod because I have a whole thing about food that doesn't smell like anything and how scary that is. Like how Burger King doesn't smell like food. So why am I eating it? Like Taco Bell doesn't smell like food.
You got a grill going and nothing smells like a grill.
Nothing smells like food, dog.
I happen to work for a grill. No names mentioned. I walk in and I'm like,
it's called a grilled stuffed burrito, and I don't smell any grill. Anything
why
close
do I
to
not
that damn
smell
thing.
like you smoke barbecue here, right? I don't smell, anything.
Shit. What is happening?
You want some lunch? Nah, I'm good. So anyway,
good.
What do you want to, Mike?
I'm executing Order 66. I wish I could do that. No, I don't. That was like Jedi genocide. Horrible. This week, man, I still want to see Den of Thieves 2 with O'Shea Jackson Jr. I'm gonna keep talking about it till I eventually.
I thought you already went and saw that.
Nah, no one wants to see it with me, so I'm gonna go by myself. I'm just gonna go dip because it's one of my little guilty pleasures. Other than that, I want to play Ninja Gaiden 2. I want to try to watch that.
Nice.
B, let's hit me up. We'll go see Den of Thieves 2. Because I need to see that like yesterday. I want to play Ninja Gaiden 2. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be beating Knights of the Old Republic 2 for the second time because it's in my veins now, and I have to beat that. The Agency. The season finale of The Agency is this week with Michael Fassbender and the chick that looks like Storm from the X-Men. She just looks like Storm, like in real life, and it's all about espionage and shit. So I'm excited about that. Den of Thieves 2 is going to be active. I can't wait to see that. What's going to come on the channel? MOTN lore.
Judy, what are you doing this week?
No, she went first.
I went
Oh, she did.
first.
All right, pardon me.
Yeah.
Mike got a little
You're
long.
good.
I drifted off. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, no, hold on. We're doing this right fucking now. We're doing this right now. This is the Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast. This is a baby that I've worked on for 7+ years. I will go as long as I effing want to go. I'm putting my balls on the fucking podcast. You guys will leave me alone and stop saying I'm going long. I'm high spirited.
Please don't put your balls on the podcast.
The balls are coming
Please.
out. I am in full Sith mode. I'm not playing around tonight. I got the shades on. You can't see my eyes, but they're shaking right now. They're just darting. I look like Anakin right before he lost his arms. You were my brother, Anakin. With the red eyes. I got the Sith eyes going.
I changed my mind. I would like to see your balls on the podcast.
All right, give me a second.
I changed my mind.
Brian was about to check
Please
the fuck
stop.
out. Brian, you saw Brian's face? Doug? That was a sign of concern, nigga.
Wow.
That was a face of concern, Doug. I would never do that to you guys. We're live on YouTube. I would never do this. I love you guys too much. Okay. MOTN lore. You guys excited? MOTN lore. Jurassic Park.
It came out really good. I'll be honest. I think I was a chatterbox because while I was cooking yesterday, I microdosed some fungi. So I think I was peaking while we were recording yesterday. So I was, so my bad. Well, let's see how that turns out.
Apparently, I do it every show. So it's good that I'm not the only one. Apparently, I'm just a natural microdosed human who never stops talking because I'm just passionate about the things I love. You know what? I love you guys and I hate you guys. Is that family?
Oh,
is that what family truly is? All right, let's wrap this up before Brian pokes me through the screen. So, MOTN Live Fridays 6 p.m. Anything can happen. If you would like to be a guest on this show, let us know. We'll see how it goes. If you're like that weird guy from The Simpsons who says, "Where are the freaking guns?" We're not going to let you on. You know, because you can't join the podcast until you tell us your name. I just want the freaking guns. You know, no, you can't be that guy. You know, just have a little bit of sense. And I don't want to be afraid that you're going to say something crazy on live YouTube. So just still be that guy. And you can come on the show.
2A all day. 2A all day, baby.
2A all day. Bradley, where are the freaking guns? Don't be that guy. See, Bradley, you're already messing up, Doug. Don't be that guy. Because I'm only asking you one question and you're not gonna be able to answer it. You know. You can't go on the podcast if you don't tell us your name. Definitely looking forward to Tootie's doing the Lord's work over on Instagram. So if you haven't yet, please follow us on Instagram. Please follow us on TikTok for as long as that is allowed. Can we still follow people on TikTok? As soon as we start getting some damn traction on TikTok, the earth said no, and now it said yes again. So please follow us on TikTok. If you like this content, please follow our channel on however you're watching this, be it YouTube. Please press that little like button and that little comment button, and let us know if you dig what's going on. With that, I will ask does anybody have any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, not a lot.
I do. I want to remind you guys, Nerdiverse, we are on a road to 1K subs. So let's get there. You have friends that you think would enjoy the show, let them know about it. We just want to hit 1K. That's all we're interested in. That's our small goal for now. And I know we can do it with your support. So yes, road to 1K for 2025. MOTN, let's go.
We got these cheeseburgers, man. If you get that reference, then you're owed. But just know we got these cheese. You join the channel, we got these cheeseburgers, man. You take that as you will. Yes, let's grow the channel, baby. Let's go. Thank you, everybody who came in. And my God, I'm a very desperate man, dog. Yeah, you have no understanding. We got to get to 1,000 one way or another, baby. We got to get to 1,000 one way or another, baby. We gonna get there. You know, we gonna get there. It's just how we get there. We may not be able to look each other in the eyes come December 31st, but that's okay. We're gonna figure this shit out. I don't give a damn. I'm in Sith mode. When the hood is up, it's a whole different Mike G. We getting there. I'm just saying what it is. I don't give a damn.
Wow.
That's just how it's gonna have to go. But yeah, desperate times calls for desperate measures, bro. The earth may just decide to tear this down tonight. apparently you could just turn off apps whenever you feel like it. So, we don't know. We don't know. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, I'm going way too crazy. I think my dad just left. I love all of you guys. Thank you for everybody just for showing up. Bradley, Jojo, Y Seer, thank you for holding it down in the chat. And this has been MOTN Live. And I would like to say thank you. And with our closing, MOTN out. Take care, everybody.